We've explored several aspects of the faith of Islam in our videos, and this episode FTD Facts, I'm going to be looking at 10 points of a very interesting story found in the Quran. Welcome back guys to FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and many of you have been asking for us to share more facts and information related to other prophets in Islam. So this episode centers around one of the most prominent prophets, Moses, known as Musa. So starting at number 10, let's introduce Moses. Moses played a very crucial role in freeing Israel, and he was also given the Torah, or the 5 books of Moses, by God. It's something that both Jews, Christians, and Muslims recognize. And in Islam, the Torah is seen as a divine book. As it says, "Indeed we sent down the Torah, in which was guidance and light. The prophets who submitted to Allah judged by it for the Jews, as did the rabbis and scholars, by that with which they were entrusted of the scriptures of Allah. And there were witnesses there too. So do not fear the people, but fear me. And do not exchange my verses for a small price, or whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are the disbelievers." And that's in the Quran, Surah 5, verse 44. Now, as the story goes, one day Moses delivered such impressive sermon, and everybody was pretty moved by it. And someone in the congregation asked Moses, "O messenger of Allah, is there another man on earth more learned than you?" And Moses replied, "No." And he believed that because Allah had given him power of miracles, and he honored him with the Torah. However, Allah revealed to Moses that no man could know all there is to know, nor would any one messenger alone be the holder of every single thing that there is to know. Now, there would always be another person who knew what others did not. And Moses asked Allah, "Oh, Allah, where is this man? I would like to meet him and learn from him." And he also asked for a sign to this person's identity. And that leads us to the next point. Khidr, or Al-Khidr, is a name ascribed to a figure in the Quran as a righteous servant of God. And he had a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And in various Islamic and non-Islamic traditions, Khidr is described as a messenger who guards the sea, as well as he teaches secret things and knowledge and helps people who are in trouble. And we're going to see how their story tie in together, Moses and Khidr. Now, picking up from number 10, God told Moses to get a fish and put it in a container filled with water and bring it on a journey. And when the fish disappeared, that is where he would find this all-wise man that he was looking for. Now, on his journey, Moses fell asleep beside a place where 2 rivers met. And his companion that was on the journey with him later noticed that the fish managed to wiggle out of the container of water and ended up into the river. And then when Moses woke up, they continued their journey for a while, and then his companion recalled that the fish actually left the container. And so Moses had them retrace their steps all the way back to the point where their 2 rivers had met, where he fell asleep. And then things get really interesting. Next up, there they found a man, and his face was covered up with a hood, and he was Al-Khidr, the guide. And Moses said to him, "May I follow you so that you can teach me something of that knowledge, guidance, and true path which you have been taught by Allah?" And he, Khidr, said, "Verily you will not be able to have patience with me, and how can you have patience about a thing which you know not?" And Moses said, "If Allah will, you will find me patient, and I will not disobey you in aught." And he, Khidr, said, "Then if you follow me, ask me not about anything till I myself mention it to you." And then that brings us to the boat. So the 2 of them, they went off until when they embarked on a boat, and the man, Khidr, made a hole in it. And Moses said, "Did you make a hole in it to drown its people? Verily you have done imra, a munkar, which is an evil or bad thing." And then Khidr said, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to have patience with me?" And Moses said, "Call me not to account for what I forgot, and be not hard upon me for my affair with you." Now the next thing was like pretty trippy. So this is what happens. Then they both proceeded till they met a boy, and he, Khidr, killed him. And Moses said, "Have you killed an innocent person who had killed none? Very you have done nukar, a great munkar, which is something prohibited, evil, a bad thing." And Khidr said, "Did I not tell you that you would have no patience with me?" And Moses said, "If I ask you anything after this, keep me not in your company. You have received an excuse from me." Then there's an incident with the wall, and it goes like this. Then they both proceeded till when they came to the people of a town, and they asked them for food, but they refused to entertain them. Then they found therein a wall about to collapse, and he, Kidder, set it up straight. And Moses said, if you had wished, surely you could have taken wages for it. And Kidder said, this is the parting between me and you. I will tell you the interpretation of those things over which you were unable to hold patience. So then the explanation of the boat comes next, and it goes like this. As for this ship, it belonged to poor people working in the sea. So I wished to make a defective damage in it, to cause a fault in it, as there was a king after them who seized every ship by force. And then explanation of what happened to that boy who lost his life. It says, as for the boy, his parents were believers. We feared lest he should oppress them by rebellion and disbelief. So we intended that their Lord should change him for them for one better in righteousness and near to mercy. And then finally, the explanation of the wall. And as for the wall, it belonged to 2 orphan boys in the town, and there was under it a treasure belonging to them. And their father was a righteous man, and your Lord intended that they should attain their age of full strength and take out their treasure as a mercy from their Lord. And I did not of my own accord. This is the interpretation of those things over which you could not hold patience. Alright guys, so those were 10 facts about the story of Moses and his interaction with the guide in the Quran. And this story of Moses really highlights that sometimes you just don't know everything and you can't always see the full picture of a situation. And where someone lacks knowledge and understanding about something, hearing someone else's view can actually help us increase and expand our knowledge and expand our experience of the events in our lives. Life is very multi-dimensional, and yeah, that's a whole new topic in and of itself. But anyways guys, I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts down below in the comment section. Now if you enjoyed this video, you found it interesting, here's another related one right beside my head. You can also find my social media links below in the video description section, and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified of our daily episodes. You definitely don't want to miss any of them. Alright guys, it's been great hanging out with you in this episode. I'll see you next time.